in this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
They'll run here with a rookie. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. The Seahawks at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. You look at this Arizona defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. For Marshall, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Flush to his right. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A little careless with the football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Giving 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. Hands it off out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And here's Matt Araiza now. 45 yards. That's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
In motion goes the tight end. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opting that time to run the draw out of the shotgun. It worked.
It did, and I heard a little surprise in your voice, and naturally so. Draws out of shotgun don't work with the same rate as draws when the quarterback's under center. The deception's not the same, and the defense can see the play form a lot quicker. So that tells me on the other side of the ball, they weren't quite ready for it either.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Looking to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Give to Walker on the read option. And fights through one man. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Walker. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will be taken at the 13. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second down, they go again with Henry. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They run again with Walker. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. A handoff as they run the counter play. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll drop to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Murray changing the play. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
Inside handoff, Henry.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Again, it's Walker.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of